Hey guys, welcome to another video. Hope everybody is well. So just gone for a run. Here now it's the rainy season, it's raining most of the time. I'm not gonna lie, it's a nice change. Yes, it feels a little bit moistury here in the Philippines, in Manila. But yeah, it's nice to not be cooked alive when you walk on the street. For the most part anyway, don't get me wrong, it's still pretty hot. But it's a lot less hot. It's around about 29 Celsius, which is the lowest I've seen for this time of the day. Normally, a couple of months ago, it was around about 35 degrees, 35 Celsius. So, yeah, thank God it's gone down. Yeah, it was a painful experience. I know. You'll know that when you come to Manila anyway. So, I just want to start off with this quote: "Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times create weak men create hard times." And coming on to the title of this video, yeah, it's men are to blame for the dating market. I'm going to say it. Over the time, I was one of them guys as well who just blamed women for everything. And believe me, don't get me wrong, I'm still not 100% on their camp. Believe me when I say this. But I always think, well, if you was in their shoes and you was given pretty much everything, literally without even trying, what would you do in their shoes? You know what I mean? It'll make you into a very, very bratty, kiddish person. And that's what we're seeing. That's what, definitely right now, what we're seeing in the West. Pretty much spoilt them. It's hard to say this, and I believe me when I say this, like, it's, coming out of my mouth, it's tough. But unfortunately, they've been treated like spoiled children to a point where they expect everything before you even get them out on a date. Like, they expect you to be a certain way. And I get it, obviously, if you think about it, they try to choose a good partner, but the expectations is just absolutely ridiculous now to a point where it's, unbelievable, like, hard to date in the West now. It wasn't the reason why I came to Southeast Asia, but it was definitely one of them. And when I say this, I 100% mean it. I can never, ever go back to dating in England, where I'm from. The idea of it is just absolutely ridiculous to me right now. Once you come out here to like Southeast Asia, you never want to go back. I can promise you that now. You just couldn't understand. You'll be dropping your standards to such a bad point, or low point. You just couldn't handle it, and you wonder why so many people, or should I say, so many men are coming over here. You never see women out here dating, and oh my God, when you do see the women come over here, they've got that. The women are so stuck up. They're honestly the most awful human beings on earth. I remember this Christmas just gone, and I was just in a club, and you get friendly with expats, asking them where they're from, what country, what do you do for them, there was this holiday, do you live here, etc. And there was a woman behind me, and again, I had no intention to approach her in a sexual manner. It was just more just out of interest, and she told me just F off, and I was like, wow. I actually forgot how bad it was until I went back to the UK, but then this Christmas just gone confirmed it. But anyway, going up to the men, I'm not letting the guys off here whatsoever at all, because the men that have allowed this to happen with absolutely no barriers for themselves have started coming over here now, and it's ruined the dating market out over here. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I'm getting sick of it. One of the reasons that prompted me for this video was a few weeks ago. I was in a nightclub, and I remember seeing this overweight guy, this emotional wreck. And I mean, it's like he was throwing a tantrum over nothing. I just remember thinking, what the hell is wrong with you? But anyway, yeah, this girl was smothering her to death. Do you know what I mean? Like, if she looked at a guy, Jesus Christ, it was like he would just throw a fit. And I remember I was sat very, very close to him, and I remember him showing this girl like these handbags that he was going to buy her, and I was like, thought I escaped people like you, but it's clear that you guys have just come over here to make things 20 times worse. Manila, it's even changed within 1 year. I can't imagine what the old expats would have been like when they first came here like 10 years ago. I can imagine it being 20 times better. I've heard stories of obviously people that have been here for a very long time, and yeah, they've told me that it's changed to such a point now where it's getting bad. Where, oh, it's starting to rain now. God damn it. Yeah, they've told me that it's getting to a point now where women, before they even, like they get asked out on these dating apps, they're asking for money. What kind of crap is that? You know what I mean? And they want to be so entitled to do so. If it wouldn't have happened already from expats or foreigners that have come over here already, Philippines is good for dating. It is really, really, really good. It's one of the reasons why I was so hesitant to make a YouTube channel, because I didn't want to ruin it for everybody who was here, expose it. But everybody else is doing it, so, and it's nice to obviously document, my journey here anyway. But yeah, the men that are coming over here, I see them on night out, and they're just overweight. You can tell that they've never got anything back home, or they really, really struggled. And do you know what? There's a really simple fix to this, and it's something that's been with me ever since my early 20s. Just get into shape. Just get into shape. Okay, the money situation's a little more difficult. I understand that, but just get yourself into shape. It's not as hard as you think. And just a shameless plug, I am an online coach. So if you ever need help, just drop me a message and we'll talk. But honestly, your biggest advantage out here will be that you're in shape. Believe me when I say this, like, most men out here are just overweight, just absolutely simps, and yeah, it's hard to see, honestly, and it's ruining it for everybody. Good example of this, Thailand. It is so bad now. Like, it's like most women expect you to just pretty much pay for play. I'm like, excuse me, no, I'm all right. And yeah, it's completely ruined. Phuket, don't even bother. You think you're going to get that, traditional Southeast Asian girl? No, that's completely ruined by men. It's been completely ruined by men. Pattaya, obviously, they get the score when it comes with that. It's the older guys, the older gentlemen over there have just completely just bent over backwards buying houses for these women, and then they've just been basically, ran through. Yeah. It's just a shame, honestly. It really is, and it is getting to the point with this place as well. It really is. Like Manila, yes, it's a major city, and obviously with major cities comes obviously degeneracy. Let's just say that. But yeah, I've honestly noticed a massive change since I've coming from England to Southeast Asia from 2022, and this has just been 3 years. The change has been absolutely stark. Inflation obviously has been a big one, but also as well the dating market's it's changed so much. I remember the first time I came to the Philippines, and this was just literally a year ago. The quality of women that you would get was insane. Like, it was just like eights, pretty much across the board for the most part, that you would be able to date. Now it's getting to a point where these women are so entitled that they expect you to come to like these fancy restaurants on the first date, and I'm like, no, I'm all right, thank you. We'll do a coffee date. But yeah, we're not doing anything more than that. So yeah, it's completely been ruined by men. And if I'm honest, like, if you've got that mentality of leading with your wallet, unless obviously you're doing like the pay for play situation, which is completely up to yourself, just don't even bother coming out here, because you ruin it for the rest of us. I still enjoy dating out here, and yeah, it will come to a point where it'll just be on, it'll be a place where you wouldn't want it to come, because the women will be just completely ruined or feminized. And again, yes, 100% women are not out of the woods for this situation, but at the same time, though, it's the men that ruin them. Like Andrew Wilson brought something up really, really interesting, where, and again, make what you want of it, but if men decided just one day, and I mean like every man on earth or whatever decided, well, no, we're going to take your rights away from the women, what would the women be able to do? You know what I mean? Like, would they actually be able to do anything about it? Do you know what I mean? And again, I'm not saying that's a good thing, bad thing, or whatever, but just think about it for a second. Some people thought that if the men decided, no, I'm going to take all your rights away, yeah, there's nothing they could do about it. So, yeah, like I said, the weak men have absolutely destroyed dating in general. Absolutely no barriers, no self-control, and also as well leading with a wallet just to, try to get a piece of the pie, and they destroyed it for pretty much most people. So, cheers, guys. Appreciate it. How do we fix this? I would love to know, if I'm honest. The thing is, though, the guys that are weak, it's a simple thing where if you just got yourself into relatively good shape and you have not you have self-confidence, but more pride in yourself and not bending over backwards for these women, they wouldn't be so entitled and spoiled. You know what I mean? And gym will teach you that. The discipline of going to the gym, self-respect that you put in yourself, because you'd be like, I've trained 5-6 times a week. Why would the hell would I put up with someone who's just, absolutely, just born with what she's been given? Do you know what I mean? Well, I have to work my ass off. When you kind of learn some kind of self-respect for yourself when you do, go to the gym or learn some form of discipline. So my biggest recommendation is to get yourself into the gym, get yourself healthy, and learn some self-respect instead of leading with your wallet. Because again, you'll find eventually here, it's a ticking time bomb. Like within, some people say 5 years, 10 years, could be even earlier than that these guys are just completely going to ruin it for everybody, like they have done in the West. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just insane. Anyway, guys, sorry for a bit of a downer situation, but if you're going to come over here now, this is probably the best time to come before these guys absolutely destroy the dating market. So if you're going to come over, come as soon as possible, because Thailand is just it's pretty much nearly gone now in regards to potential, and these women will just absolutely destroy you financially, spiritually. Your soul is sucked out of you. But Philippines has still got hope, but it's not long left, in my opinion. Not long left now. A few years, maybe. See you guys later. Bye-bye.